Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Peter Barber. I'm a professional opera singer and music producer, and today we are back with one of my favorite groups, Forestella. This is Lazenca, Save Us. This is from Immortal Songs. Super excited to watch this performance. I think this group is so immensely talented. They have so much range from Wurim, down in the basso profundo range to Hyung Ho up in the countertenor range. And then we've got, I've been working on their names lately, Mingyu and Do-hoon in the middle there, covering the tenor and baritone parts of these arrangements. So guys, without further ado, let's check out Forestella's performance here. Lazenca, Save Us on the Immortal Songs 2.
Lazenca, save us. Lazenca,
Hell yeah.
save us. Lazenca, save us. Lazenca, save us. Save us. Save us. Save us.
Gorgeous vowel shaping from Wurim there. So what I didn't know, I'm pulling out my iPad because I need my little keyboard to get some pitches going on. What I didn't know about some of these shows they've done is they are geared more towards like the classical crossover, because I've heard them cover like Bad Romance by Lady Gaga or Legends Never Die from the League of Legends universe. And they'll put some of their classical technique into it, but I didn't realize that some of these shows, at least the Phantom Singer, this is a different one, is like based around that kind of thing, like the classical crossover singing. So for instance, Mingyu is like a leggero tenor, which is a very high tenor, sings a lot of Rossini, those kinds of tenors. Wurim is a deep bass. Some people call him a basso profundo, so he sings the low bass repertoire. So like very heavily classically trained, which I didn't realize. And here we're getting just a face full of it, aren't we? I mean, this is just full on classical singing from all four members. So we're in D minor here to start off, and we get unison between a couple voices. I think it's octaves, and then we get harmonies when they repeat this text here.
Lazenca, save us. Lazenca, save us.
Lazenca, save us. I mean, that is full on. Apologies, Mason. That probably destroyed this little microphone. That is straight up classical singing from both singers here, and clearly, Wurim is very much forward in the mix, right? He's the voice we hear most clearly, so the sound engineers obviously wanted that bass voice nice and present. But yeah, just really nice, warm, dark, bassy color, solid vibrato. We are getting the full-on classical experience here.
Lazenca, save us. Lazenca, save us.
Harmonies.
Save us. Lazenca, save us. Save us. Save us. Save us.
So save us. You can tell that Wurim, at least, that's who the camera's on, is doing some vowel modification, more like save us, because that's going to help keep that warm color in the sound. You extend your lips and round your mouth, that extends your vocal tract, creating a darker color. So instead of save us, he's going save us. Use that technique all the time. I mean, I'm in the part of my vocal training now where I'm moving into the more dramatic repertoire, some of the Verdi singers, even a little bit of Wagner, which I never expected to be singing, but getting a lot of feedback suggesting maybe my voice is headed that way. And so I'm working so much right now on finding the perfect mouth positions to maximize the resonance in your vocal track, because you have to have that to have any chance against these monstrous orchestras, right? Now, he doesn't have to worry about that now because they're microphoned, and no matter how quiet or loud he's singing, the sound engineers can bump it up. But as a classically trained singer, he's going to be conscious of that kind of thing anyway. They all will, finding the right vowel to maximize the sound. And this is a great example. Us to us. 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 It doesn't seem like much, but in the back of an opera house, that little modification can make a huge difference.
Save us, save us.
This is so epic. Just huge drums and just massive range here. We're getting Woodium on the bottom, obviously, but then we're getting our countertenor Hyung Ho all the way up on the... So all the way up to, G5, I think. So a perfect fourth below soprano high C, or a perfect fifth above tenor high C. Just glory, just soaring above everything, right? That's it. All the way up to soprano high A for Hyung Ho. Absolutely sensational. And I love you hear that one ha ha. There's that one staccato note they threw in there. That is a really interesting way to break up that long, smooth vocal line. I just love that articulation. It's like da 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 da, right? Really nice. Wait, that face is priceless. Loving it, but also concerned. I believe this is Do-hoon, right? He's our more baritone occupying singer here, and now we've gone from full-on classical to like straight up rock vocals here. I think up to F4. Still throwing that vibrato in there, right? If he gets to the end of phrases, da, 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 still allowing that classical training to make its way into the vocal lines. Woodium really knows how to use the mic. Like, he's not singing loudly right now. He's not using nearly the full power of his operatic training. He's keeping it very intimate and subdued, surely to fit, the mood of the piece at this moment. He's singing with classical technique, but he's just not using nearly all the power that's available to him from his training. And because you don't need to, you've got a mic, you don't have to be loud. The mic will make you loud. You don't have to be super loud. So it's really cool to see someone who's so well trained in classical, who would know how to sing acoustically without a microphone, without amplification, but can really make that transition and has so much experience now using the microphone and using the tech that can just seamlessly jump back between the two. He's keeping it all very open pharyngeal space. He's keeping it all really back here, right? He's not trying to get that squeal that you need as an opera singer, where you've got all this space here, but you've got a lot of presence here as well, because that's what cuts through the orchestra. He's allowing it to be way, oh, me, just like way back here in the throat. Listen to that insane belting up there. F5 and just a glorious mixed belt, right? It's F above tenor, high C. Clearly not in a light head voice or falsetto mechanism. That is some very full mixed singing up there, and it's just so epic. If you can maintain the power and vocal fold closure in those high mixed belts, that's when you get those big, like, you know, Steven Tyler rock belts and stuff. Just absolutely phenomenal. With vibrato. There it is again. The live, I want to just give a shout to the live audio engineers, because they're constantly dialing up and down whose microphones are singing. Like, we can have 3 of the guys doing big harmonies in the background and have one person's mic be way louder when the other guys were just the main feature. And so there's a lot of movement happening on that end of things, and it's allowing for for the vocals to be really well balanced. Like, you can pretty much always hear all 4 of them on some level. It just depends who they want forward, you know, for the solos or not. But that's really awesome, given how much sound is on stage right now and how much sound is competing with the full band and orchestration and the voices. So that's a tough job for the live sound engineers, and they're really crushing it. His mouth's open. Maybe some dancers here. We got some extra people on stage. Yes, come on, give me that choreo. Dies irae. So that must be Mingyu, our leggero tenor, because he's still staying fully connected up there in chest voice. All the way up to high A, like, easily. So that's a very specific kind of tenor. Like I said, they sing a lot of the Rossini repertoire that's really high and moves has a lot of riffs or coloratura, a lot of notes in a really short period of time. That's a leggero tenor. That's their wheelhouse in the opera world, and that's pretty much the only kind of tenor that can easily sing high A's in full chest voice. Pretty much any other kind of tenor, that's when it really starts to stretch. But Mingyu is like, whatever, man. High A's are a joke. Also, I'm gonna play one more section of that section we just listened to, and then comment on one more thing. So this is really excellent breath support. It's actually really tough to sing in tune on short pitches like that. D, S, E, Re, D, S, E, Re. Like that actually takes a lot of training to be able to sing with power like Wu Rim is and the rest of them are. Short pitches and to be really well in tune. It's diaphragm, and you have to be so relaxed here and just have everything in the right place, and then you just send little, you can't see my diaphragm moving, but you just send little shots of air. D, S, E, Re, D, S, E, Re. And the first two on that side, I overblew them, and so it wasn't quite consistent. So you have to send the right amount of air. It's quite difficult. It's quite difficult, and that's not. It doesn't sound like a big impressive moment vocally, but this is like a technique moment. And you can see Wu Rim, our bass, is often opting for, wow. One of my teachers calls it wow mouth. It's a really great place to line up the resonance as a bass singer. But sometimes tenors want to actually opt for a more open mouth position, especially the big leggero tenor singing way up towards tenor high B flat, tenor high C. So right now we have Mingyu with a much different mouth position than you're probably going to see from Wu Rim. Another just example of like, see? Just talking shop. I hope you guys enjoy this. This is a lot of technique stuff for opera, but totally applies to this group, and I don't really get to talk about it that much on this channel. You see how different the color changed when he went instead of I'm only changing my mouth position. It really changes the amount of light and darkness in the sound. Nothing to do with cutting. Right now I'm just talking about vocal color. But you can see he's most of the time opting for a more collected, raccogliere la bocca is what the Italians call it, collecting the mouth to a smaller mouth position. And so it's not going all the time, because in your vowels all over the place, your voice falls out of line. You want to keep it very consistent all the time, pretty much, unless you're going for an effect. And so we see him do that. We see him collecting the mouth, and then he goes for the effect, and he goes like this, and the color changes. Right there, look how drastic that is. I love this little duet we have where we have a soloist who's the Hyung Ho, our countertenor, singing the solo, and then the three other voices sing this amazing harmony in response. And then, of course, Young-ho goes up into the super high mixed belt range. But I love there we had that couple phrases of solo and then 3 harmonies, then solo, then 3 harmonies. High E, high F. Insane. We got Woodim going down. So down to a G2 and then sustaining the A there. And again, they'll have to push his mic up because even if you're a basso profundo, you won't make as much noise in your low range as the tenors will in their upper range. It's not humanly possible. Even if you are Glenn Miller, the most powerful basso profundo in the world, he will not be as loud as a tenor belting in chest voice. It's not possible. So it's really great that the audio engineers are aware of that and they can boost Woodim even when he's going down to his low range. Right here. You can hear him. You can hear him down there on the bottom. Os. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to go back one more time and watch Woorim's mouth on this last part. You can hear it there. You can't see it, but Lazenca save us. It's all very even on save. Like if you were just saying the words Lazenca say but it's Lazenca save us. It's all very collected. Raccogliere la bocca. Save us. My man, he knows what he's doing. He really knows what he's doing out there. Lazenca save us. Lazenca save us. Save us. Save us. Save us. I would love to do I don't know if Woorim, does he still sing opera professionally? I mean, I would not be surprised if he fully abandoned that to do this, because this is enormous and amazing and so cool. But if he does, I would love to sing with him one day. I was just thinking, as when both of our voices continue to mature, we could do the King Philip and Grand Inquisitor duet from Don Carlo, the most famous bass duet in opera, I'm biased, but one of my favorite scenes in all of opera. It's absolutely just two dramatic basses going toe to toe. Phenomenal. So Woorim, let's do it, brother. Let's do that sometime. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned like a lot of things about vocal technique. I actually guarantee, because the bass voice is such a mystery to most people, I guarantee you learn something about how good basses think about vocal technique and how they approach vowels and stuff like that. But hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Consider supporting me on Patreon. We'd love to see you over there in the Discord server. Consider giving me a one-time donation via Buy Me a Coffee. Both of those are phenomenal. Your clicks, your likes, your comments, I love all of it. And please leave suggestions for other Forestella. I'm going to keep making videos for this group until I've gone through their whole discography. So I know I don't do videos for them all the time. There's too many artists to make videos for, but I will be back with more Forestella. And I will see you then. Bye-bye.